Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. We have a guest star today. This is my dog, Zach. He is going to be chilling with us today because he was lonely and I didn't want him to be alone. So he's going to take a nap while we talk. Fair enough? Anyways, I hope you had a good weekend. I hope things are going well. I hope you're safe and happy during this time. Let's jump right into day 5 of virtual learning, or day 5 of term 4, however you want to look at it. I would like to start with questions for today because boy oh boy, did you leave me some. I wish I had spent the time to put these in a better order, but here's the best I can do right now. I had to put them on my phone, so I actually kind of had some organization to this. The first question I have is, what is my biggest pet peeve outside of the classroom? My biggest pet peeve is when people don't use their turning signal. Like, it's not hard, it helps you indicate to people where you're going, and it prevents car crashes. Like, just use your blinker, I don't get it. The next question is, why do we have so many words in the dictionary? I can't take this seriously. We genuinely have so many words in the dictionary because we keep adding words to our vocabulary and then we have to define them so people have access to the knowledge of what those words mean. Simple as that. My next one is, were cubes discovered in Cuba? I have no idea. The Rubik's Cube wasn't, so no. My fourth question is, what was my favorite class in college? I actually really like this question. I like all my questions, let's be real. So I took 2 classes in college that I think would fit this bill. And the first one is, I took a class called History of Rock and Roll, and I really loved that class because I really loved the content of it. I grew up listening to a lot of old rock music from my dad, so it was kind of cool to learn about it. I just wish it had been in a better semester. I kind of struggled because I had a lot going on. My second class, though, that I would label as one of my favorites is, I took a class called How to Teach English in high school, and I just really appreciated it. It helped me become the teacher I am today, and my professor is one of my all-time favorite people that I still talk to. So those 2 for sure would go under the category of what were my favorite classes in college. The next one, what is the best Wi-Fi name you've seen? This would also take me back to college, and I lived in an apartment complex for 2 years, and one of my neighbors, the name of their Wi-Fi was Scream Password, like the word password, if you want the password. And I thought it was really smart, but like, who would do that? But every once in a while, just out of the blue, you would hear someone scream password. And I kind of always wonder, and I still do to this day, if they got the password. My next one is, what do you do in your free time? Have you developed any hobbies? The answer to that is no, unfortunately, I have not. I really have just been working a lot and trying to adapt our units to be online. What have I been doing outside of it? I don't know, like the basic stuff, kind of like watching TV. I've been trying to read a lot more. Currently, I'm trying to read The Scarlet Letter. It takes place during the same time period as The Crucible. But it is like a stereotypical high school English book, and I never read it in high school, and I feel like as an English teacher, I should read it. So that's what I've been trying to tackle right now. What genre of music do you like? And have you heard of the band of Mice and Men? First off, yes, I have heard of that band. It actually gets brought up every time we teach this book, which I think is kind of fun. So this book's the reason I actually started listening to Of Mice and Men. What genre of music do I like? I don't have a solid answer for it. I feel like that sounds so stereotypical, but I just really don't. I listen to a variety of things. I still listen to old classic rock, my all-time favorite band, and yes, to the question that is that your all-time favorite band? Yes, All Time Low is my all-time favorite band, thank you. So I've got them, and whatever they're labeled, they're technically labeled like pop punk, I think. I listen to classic rock, like I said. I was listening to Dear Evan Hansen, the soundtrack, the other day. I listened to the Hamilton soundtrack. Like, I don't know. There's not an answer. If I had to pick something, though, it would just be rock music, because I listen to a lot of subcategories of rock music. So, there you go. Do we still have to do the research paper? The answer to that is yes. You should understand that you will be doing the research paper even if we are online. That'll actually probably be your next unit. Obviously, it'll probably look a little different than if we were to be doing it in class, but every junior has to write a research paper, so yes, you will be writing one. What do I have next? What made you want to dye your hair? Well, if you haven't noticed, my hair is purple. What made me want to do this? I just want to know. Why not? I'm an adult. I can make that choice, and I decided to say, hey, life's too short to not have fun-colored hair. If you ever saw me last semester, I had pink hair for a while. It's just kind of the vibe I go for. It's always like this, though, just like the underneath. But I'm just trying to have fun, and what better time to dye your hair on your own than in quarantine? So that's why. The next one is, what's your favorite TV show? I'm going to base my answer off of what show have I watched for the longest and continued to enjoy. And that answer would be Supernatural. And I'm going to recommend that show to you for today's stay-at-home entertainment. Supernatural is a show that's been running for a very long time. They're on their final season, which is season 15. By the end of the season, they're going to have 320 episodes, I believe. It's a really great show. It's on the CW. It's about two brothers who defeat the supernatural. I can't even finish. Anyways, I've been watching it for a really long time. I consistently like it. It's funny. It's sad. It's really like heartfelt. It's got adventure. It's got ghosts. It's got a good plot line. Like, there's a lot of different elements to it, and each season has its own story. So if you kind of like that kind of TV, I highly recommend watching it. And it's got so many episodes, you'll be entertained for the rest of quarantine. So there it is. My final question for today is in regards to your R-Town test. So I was asked if you were able to reassess those, and the answer is yes. I made a post on Classroom yesterday morning. If you are wanting to reassess, you need to have scored below an 80%, but you can only reassess up to an 80%. Reassessments will be due by Wednesday, tomorrow, by 3 p.m. I can't take them any later because grades are due by 8 a.m. Thursday morning. If you are wanting to reassess and fit the criteria, please just email me and I will walk you through the process of that. But other than that, that is what I have to say about R-Town reassessment. Thank you for all your questions today. It's always fun answering them and being able to talk to you for a bit. But with those answered, let's move right in to the next thing. All right, class, let's move into what we have to do for your agenda of the day. We're going to continue with Of Mice and Men. So what you need to do for class today is you need to read chapter 2 of Mice and Men, take notes in your virtual notebooks. I'm noticing some people aren't doing their notes. Anyways, after you have read and taken notes, we're going to actually have you move into your worksheets for Chapter 2. Please answer the questions and then do theme development on Chapter 2. There will be no direct quotes for this one. All of this is due by 7:30 tomorrow morning, Wednesday. If you have any questions, my office hours are 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. as always. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.